Americans live in earthquake zones.
3 stories fell on top of us, and for some reason, God saved us. We punched our way out of the wall, and we got out.
Every 10 years, somewhere in the U.S., a major quake strikes. No warning, no escape. No one could do anything about it. Until now. This is the Neeswood Project.
The Neeswood Project is a very close-knit group of researchers, and together we work very closely to make the world a better place.
John Vanderlint is the principal investigator of the Network for Earthquake Engineering Simulation, a collaboration of scientists from 15 of America's best universities. Using state-of-the-art hydraulics, they will subject this house to the awesome power of the 1994 Northridge quake. January 17th, 1994, 4:30 a.m. Just north of Los Angeles, the San Andreas Fault trembles. It runs 800 miles through California, beneath some of America's biggest cities. When it moves, all hell breaks loose. In Northridge, it measured 6.7 on the Richter scale and caused $10 billion worth of damage.
This was the part of the house that suffered the most damage on the exterior.
Hector Buitrago's family escaped unharmed, but not their house.
This wall over here had to be completely replaced. In fact, I remember coming out that morning and actually being able to see it from here all the way to the back of the house because the wall had opened up and portions of the fireplace were missing. And that was very scary to me at that time because a few moments before, while the shaking was going on, my wife and my daughter and I were sleeping in the house.
The Northridge quake lasted mere seconds, but wreaked havoc. Within hours, teams of structural engineers began assessing the damage. Among them, LA building inspector Nick Della Quadri.
It was important to us to understand why these buildings fail and what we could do to improve the type of construction and engineering behind these buildings.
99% of California's houses are made of wood. Because of their strength-to-weight ratio, they stand up to quakes better than any other dwelling. But over the last 100 years, earthquakes have destroyed thousands of wood homes.
Most wood frame buildings, they're very strong and very safe buildings. But in the future, what we need to do is continue to learn from research and come up with better designs that are safer for our children and their children.
That same goal drives John Vanderlint and the Neeswood team. At the University of Buffalo, New York, they built one of the biggest vibrating platforms in the country. On it, they'll conduct the largest full-scale shake ever attempted in America. The guinea pig is a typical home, built to California building codes and bolted firmly to 2 shake tables. During an earthquake, the ground moves from side to side and violently trembles. The shake tables can mimic this movement.
So here we are in the trench that houses the twin earthquake shake tables. Together they're capable of producing a magnitude 8 earthquake. Perhaps more impressive is that they can throw around 200,000 pounds, which is the equivalent of a herd of 100 elephants.
High-performance hydraulics let the tables move in almost any direction, as fast as they like. For this shake, the tables are set to replicate a magnitude 6.7 quake, the same force that rocked Northridge.
The power of an earthquake is tremendous. You feel the ground move underneath you. It moves in three directions. The energy release is equivalent to hundreds, if not thousands, depending on the magnitude of atomic bomb blasts. It can cause the earth to actually vibrate.
To acquire as much data as possible on the effects of the shake, the team has fitted the house with more than 250 sensors and high-speed cameras.
So here we are inside the house. It's decorated like a typical family's home, except that there's displacement gauges everywhere, and those displacement gauges will gather data, and that data will enable engineers to build safer homes for society.
4 years of meticulous planning will culminate in a tremor lasting mere seconds. They have only one chance to get it right.
I think there'll be significant damage to the structure, and this could be perhaps one of the best data sets ever gathered on wood frame construction.
Please stand by. This is beginning. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow, very good. Very good. Really well. I think we should applaud the building. Really well. The building actually did fantastic. I mean, we expected a lot more damage for a two-story house like this. I think, I think it did really well, but the flower pots, obviously.
Still standing, but just a facade of safety. Inside,